of Star with her mouth held open.
July the 20th to the 21st now.
5:04 p.m. July the 20th. Savannah Brockhill entered flat and took Star away at 6:08 p.m. There for just over an hour.
That's about right.
We know that Savannah Brockhill returned Star on July the 21st at 5:20 p.m. That night, what did you do?
I believe I went out.
We can see that you did, because at 7:28 p.m. it says Smith's phone uses cells in Shipley for the rest of the night. That means you went out drinking in Shipley.
Yes.
The night Savannah Brockhill took Star, you went out drinking that night.
Yes.
What did Savannah Brockhill do in the time she was in your flat?
I think she had a bath.
Were you sitting talking to her when she had a bath?
I sometimes did that, yeah.
How was this weekend arranged? Was it a spur of the moment?
I'm not sure. It could have been arranged.
Because she said you had a discussion earlier in the day where Star was tantruming and throwing herself about and she was worried, so she came to your flat. Is that correct?
No, I don't think it is.
Savannah Brockhill saying when she took Star that afternoon, Star already had a mark on her cheek, a red mark.
No, she didn't.
You think, don't you, that when Star left you that day, we see that Star had a little mark on the right hand side of her right eye, correct?
Yes.
Do you see any redness of her cheek there at all?
No.
Is that how she left you? With that little mark on her eye?
Yes.
Then you had a massive row on the phone in the early hours of July the 21st. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And you were never shown by Savannah Brockhill on July the 20th to the 21st of a big complex bruise on her cheek.
No.
You didn't know then perhaps, but on the timeline and in the evidence of the case, she sent that first to Becky Endicott and another friend.
Yes.
Did she ever send that photo to you as Star's mother?
No, she didn't.
From 6:48 p.m. onwards, do you see Google searches for what takes bruises and swellings down? Did you know about these at that time?
No.
When Star left, you was there. Any reason for people to ask what takes bruising away quickly?
No.
Transcripts of the calls. Confusion over which of the calls came first, but Alistair McDonald says it won't matter. Frankie Smith says she was not aware Savannah Brockhill was recording the calls. Frankie Smith says she never had a FaceTime with Savannah Brockhill that showed Star's face.
You were saying, you've just told me you're not bringing her back tomorrow. She was telling you.
Yes, there was calls before these.
It's obvious this isn't the whole of the conversations, so she only recorded part of it.
Yes.
You say this, Frankie, you're starting again because you have vodka in you. You were drunk, weren't you? You accepted that.
Yes.
Savannah Brockhill says, I will come spend the morning with you. You say, and I was sat on the toilet. I'm going to say that's confirmation that she didn't just come to the flat. Spend a couple of minutes, very worried, and whisk Star away. She was in the bath. You were in the lavatory and having a chat with her.
Yes.
She was pressing your buttons about you being out with your friends late last night, wasn't she?
Yes.
She was on and on at you, wasn't she, about you saying you were at your friends that you weren't?
Yes, she did.
What you were bothered about was she wasn't going to bring Star back. That's what was really upsetting you.
Yes.
We had this conversation where Savannah Brockhill was going on and on about who you were with, suggesting you were being unfaithful.
Yes.
But you were getting upset about when Star would come back, so you were thinking straight.
At that point, yes.
Talking about an interaction with Frankie Smith, said Star had banged her eye on the bed to cause a mark above her eye. Frankie Smith said her sister Alyssa was there. What Savannah Brockhill says, that when she returned Star the next day, she saw Star fall into the bed. Did she fall into the bed?
Yes, she was always doing it.
There was even talk where she was telling you you'd have to go to court for the child. She was really getting at you.
Yes.
I'll run you a bath in the morning and keep you underwater. That's what I'll do to you, Savannah Brockhill says. You do it to Star.
Back and forth from both of them accusing each other of doing that.
What did you mean by that?
Yes, but I've never seen her do it, so I don't know why I did that.
Why did you repeatedly say she keeps Star's head underwater?
I don't know. I don't even remember this part of the conversation.
You used to hold your daughter's head underwater.
I'm saying it there, but I never did.
Then you say, I do, but you do it for longer. So you were saying that both of you had Star's head underwater, weren't you?
Yes.
You admitted you did it, and you admitted Savannah Brockhill did it for longer.
Yes, but I didn't do it. I'm petrified of water. I would never do that to anybody.
One thing you've said is that Star used to hate having baths.
Yes.
She used to struggle like mad.
No, she didn't like baths. No, she doesn't like baths.
Was that because your baby daughter knew when she went in baths, sometimes you and Savannah Brockhill would hold her head under water?
No, I've never done that to her.
Why did you admit that you held Star's head under water? Why did you do that?
I don't even remember that conversation. I know that's what I've said, but I didn't do it.
Why were you saying Savannah Brockhill held her head under?
I don't know, because I've never seen her do anything like that.
When your daughter came back from being with Savannah Brockhill, July the 21st, that's absolutely horrible, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you agree that that's not just a single bruise, but a pattern of bruising across the whole of Star's right cheek?
Yes.
The marks in the corner of her eye, they're in the position of where her previous marks were. It's faded.
Yes.
Before Savannah Brockhill brought her back, had you seen her looking like this before?
No, I believe I saw her when she got back.
Not just the cheek, there's a line under her chin. When you saw your daughter, when Savannah Brockhill handed your daughter back in that condition, what did you think?
I thought it was horrible.
For 1 second, did you think that was an accident?
Yes, Savannah Brockhill told me it was the bed.
You thought it was the bed.
That's what she told me at the time. She said the bruising was just coming out.
The bruising was just coming out. You have been quite clear. Only the day before, she had just a little bruise by her eye, and look at all this bruising now. It couldn't possibly have come from the bed, could it?
No.
You knew, didn't you? That possibly couldn't have been caused in that way.
No, at the time I believed what I got told.
What had she done on the bed?
This refers back to the small mark above Star's eye that Frankie Smith accepts was present on her child before Savannah Brockhill took her for the night.
Star? She had fallen off the bed and hit her eye off the bars. She's had a little bit of a cry and she was alright.
She was alright.
My sister Alicia picked her up.
But when you saw her like this, I need to take her to see a doctor.
Not at the time.
No? Had her cheek hit the bars?
Not that I'd seen, but
Did you not think I need to take her to the doctor because some real damage has been done here, a real heavy blow?
yes.
We know you didn't take her to a doctor. Why not?
At the time I didn't think she needed a doctor.
Looking at the photo of Star, you didn't think she needed a doctor.
At the time, no.
You didn't get her any medical help. Did you even ring 111?
No.
That was because you was protecting Savannah Brockhill, wasn't it? You knew perfectly well it was caused by a blow or blows, didn't you?
No.
Did you not think Star needed love and attention? Must have banged herself pretty hard to suffer a bruise like this.
Yes.
Alistair McDonald, mentioning a video with Savannah Brockhill showing a mark on Star's face, said it shows the bruise even clearer.
Did you put Sudocrem on her face?
Yes.
Whose idea was it?
Savannah Brockhill told me to keep putting Sudocrem on.
Just look how much Sudocrem has been applied to her face. Did you do that?
Yes, I think I did.
You didn't think to ring 111 just to check there was more you should do?
No, I didn't.
Did Savannah Brockhill stay at your house that night?
I don't know.
Is there a mark under her right eye?
When did she get that?
I'm not sure. I've literally just noticed that now.
This is in relation to a photo of Star with Sudocrem all over her right cheek.
It's not normal, is it, having her face plastered with Sudocrem?
No, it's not.
July the 23rd, 5:49 p.m.
She came back on the 21st, and this is the 23rd. Let's see what you did.
Video Star asleep on the sofa, a shout to wake her up.
Just sleeping and you shouted at her. Was that the care you thought was appropriate, given she'd come back from Savannah Brockhill with that big bruise on her face? Do you think that was the right way to treat her?
No.
Moving into August now, where Star was sitting in a car at night on someone's knee with marks on her face at 10 p.m. on August the 16th. That's in Savannah Brockhill's car, isn't it?
Yes.
This is 10 p.m. at night. What was she doing in Savannah Brockhill's car at 10 p.m. at night?
I think we were at work.
In other words, what this shows is Savannah Brockhill took her to work more often than we thought of so far.
Yes.
What was she doing up at 10 p.m. at night when she was meant to be snuggled up in bed?
I think I was there.
Because it looks like Savannah Brockhill has two hands holding Star and you're taking photos.
Yes.
How she got marks on her face?
I don't know about those ones.
Did you know on August the 14th, Savannah Brockhill was making a Google search for what can snap your ankle and toddler not putting weight on heel?
I did not know that.
Was Star showing signs of not putting proper weight on her foot?
Could have been around this time.
Got to guard against thinking that only fractures can cause damage to children, bruising and sprains, etc.
Yes.
What can snap your ankle? Did you discuss that with Savannah Brockhill at all? Star's ankle?
No, until this case I didn't know there was anything up with Star's ankle.
What about, I know there's Savannah Brockhill searches, but causes eyes to go bloodshot and glaucoma. Did you know?
No.
Where would Star be when she spent time with Savannah Brockhill on her own?
Mostly at work.
Not your entry, but August the 17th. Just after Google search for cause of eye going bloodshot and glaucoma. How can you dry drown? Do you know what that was?
I don't even know what dry drown is.
August the 21st now.
Again, Savannah Brockhill making Google searches for how long can you last in the cold AC? Will massaging bruises make it heal faster? Then later, an image of Star with a red mark to her neck.
Picture of Savannah Brockhill holding Star with marks to her neck.
Can you tell us what was happening there?
I believe she was in Savannah Brookhill's car there.
She'd taken Star again.
I believe so.
And how had she got these red marks on her neck?
I don't know.
Did you see those red marks when she brought her back?
No, I didn't see them.
You sure you didn't see those marks?
I can't remember seeing them.
Nasty marks, aren't they? Gripping marks on the neck. Horrible.
Yes, red marks.
What we do know is Star did have a fall at the bottom of the stairs. You were pushed away by Savannah Brockhill, weren't you, because you were trying to help Star?
Yes.
Star walked away quite fine from that fall, didn't she?
Yes.
It doesn't even look like as though she was crying, does it? As she's tottering off.
I think she did a little bit, but not massively.
Video now of bruising on Star.
Did you do that? Did you grab her face?
No.
But you saw those injuries, didn't you?
Yes.
Don't you think if she was bruised that way, she would have cried?
Yes.
How did she get them?
I don't know. I thought it was from the steps.
We know that people were so concerned about those bruises, they looked at video and circulated the video to people concerned about her, didn't they?
Yes.
This is when you became aware that the video was going around.
Yes.
You said this August the 29th. She is loved with abundance. Trust me, that baby might not be wrapped in cotton wool. She certainly wasn't wrapped in cotton wool, was she?
I didn't write these messages. These were Savannah Brockhill on my phone. She knew Natasha Maddox. I didn't.
Did you see the message before they were sent?
I was present.
You say this was sent by Savannah Brockhill on your phone. Why did you allow your phone to be used for that?
Savannah Brockhill did that a lot.
She did that a lot, did she? Took over your phone.
Yes.
Did she write the next one after Natasha's reply? Was that Savannah Brockhill again?
Yes, I think I was out. Me, Savannah Brockhill, and my mum at this point.
Did you see the message before they were sent?
I know I read them, but I don't know whether I saw them before they were sent.
Discussion of texts back and forth between Savannah Brockhill and Natasha now about the video.
Was that where the idea came from, or was it Savannah Brockhill?
Well, she had fallen and there was bruising.
Because that fall did not cause the bruising. You accept that now.
I do now.
Alistair McDonald discussing a message to social worker from Frankie Smith about family members wanting to take Star and call police.
What you were doing was, the social services didn't know about your aunt at this point, so you were quite carefully getting your side of the story in.
Yes.
It went further too. You sent her a WhatsApp message, hadn't you? Showing marks to Star on her ear and side of her face.
Yes.
Is that right?
Picture shown.
Yes.
Are you telling us those are the marks she suffered when she fell down the stairs?
Yes.
You even sent these photos to your social worker with an explanation, didn't you?
Yes.
That's the side they're talking about.
Yes.
So you were perfectly capable, weren't you, of putting your own case to the social services before they'd even known about a complaint?
No, I think I was assisted with Savannah Brockhill with these.
The pair of you got your heads together with this.
What did you mean by that?
You were saying Star had suffered these injuries from falling on the stairs. They were the ones in the video Natasha and Holly had taken. Why did you have to talk about makeup being applied? Where did this makeup idea come from?
On the video, I thought it was makeup. It was really shiny.
On the one hand, you said you know where it comes from. Falling down the stairs. You accepted she was bruised. What's all this about makeup then?
Because on the video, it looks like she has makeup on.
You surely didn't think, did you, that Holly had put makeup on Star to make it look worse?
At the time, yes.
Where did you get that idea from?
I'm not sure. It did look like makeup.
You were quite prepared to get Savannah Brockhill to tell lies, weren't you?
Conversations of Savannah Brockhill saying, that's the video. Makes her look, she's bruised up. You say, looks like they're putting makeup on her. I'm not getting you involved, all on me. You say you haven't spoke to me in a while.
You were trying to get Savannah Brockhill to tell lies.
Yes.
Who were you wanting her to bamboozle?
I can't remember now. Could have been Holly or one of them.
Or the social services, maybe.
No, I don't believe Savannah Brockhill was in contact with them.
Savannah Brockhill says no, I won't do it. You say no for me. In other words, tell a pack of lies.
Yes.
You were perfectly up for putting Savannah Brockhill for lies, weren't you?
Yes, because at the time she was having fits.
You were so tied up in your own relationship with Savannah Brockhill, you were wanting her to tell lies to people for you.
It wasn't like that.
Star was in the middle of all this. Star was bruised.
I asked her to say that because I knew how stressed out she was and was having fits and didn't want to put any more stress on her.
August the 30th, still. Messages from Frankie Smith. She won't even come to me. That's Star, isn't it?
Yes.
She cried. Star wouldn't even come to you as her mum.
It wasn't like that.
Well, why does it say she won't even come to me?
If she was tantruming or feeding.
What had you done to her to cause her not to come to you?
I hadn't done nothing to her. I think it meant her feeding.
You talk about her having your makeup. She's got my makeup. You see what your message is at 3:50 p.m. in the afternoon. Look how evil. You're talking about your baby.
She had a cheeky face on.
How did you comfort her? Put her in the corner, says Savannah Brockhill. She's put purple lipstick all over the carpet in her room. My nails snapped off. Is that what you're bothered about? Your nails?
No, I was just telling her my nail had snapped off. She wasn't distressed. She wouldn't come because she didn't want to get fed.
Photo of Star facing the wall.
Then you said she walked off, so I told her to go back. Then you sent some emojis. What are they?
Laughing emojis.
Crying, laughing.
Yes.
Savannah Brockhill says keep her there for 15 on a text. Frankie Smith says 15 minutes.
Was your daughter at this time? Did she appear to be limping?
I don't know time.
Because the professor thinks this is the time the injury to the tibia and fibia is likely to have been caused.
Yes.
This is still August the 30th. Look at all these messages between you and Savannah Brockhill at 5:03 p.m. It's crying now. Now it's chucked itself. See that later on?
Yes.
Prosecution accepts this use of it is something that Savannah Brockhill used.
Yes.
Is that where you got it from? You were copying her?
Yes, I kind of picked it up from her.
It's chucked itself, not she.
Yes.
It threw itself in front of a load of boys. It's an awful way to talk about your daughter.
Yes, it is an awful way.
Now it's chucked itself. And you sent her a photo of Star crawling on the floor and Savannah Brockhill said, just pick her up, make her go again. On the road though. She'll be fine, Savannah Brockhill said. And then rip her up when she gets home. When she gets home, she goes in the corner. This is still the same day. Didn't this sound an awful way to talk about your daughter?
Yes.
Did you put her in the corner for long periods?
Not for long periods, nowhere near 20 or 30 minutes.
Then you say she was going to the park but not anymore. She was going to be disciplined in that way too. As she had her leg twisted to cause a fracture by you. Had Savannah Brockhill done that?
No.
Had you hit her in her ribs so hard you caused a fracture?
No.
Had Savannah Brockhill?
No, I didn't even know about these injuries.
August the 30th still. Video of Star crying and Frankie Smith says shut up.
Messages 6:11 p.m. At going in corner, this is 7:14 p.m. An hour later. Was she crying all the time throughout that day?
No.
Can you see how distressed she is in that video?
Yes, she was upset.
Oh, just upset. Shall we have another look at it? Look at her face. Doesn't she look appallingly upset to you?
Yes.
This is after she had been put in the corner, isn't it?
I believe she had just been in the bath there. She sat on a towel.
August the 31st. More messages from Frankie Smith to Savannah Brockhill.
Star just keeps crying and I just don't know why. It's proper crying.
Yes.
Short video of Star's cheeks.
See how her collar is being held down? Shows some marks, doesn't it? Who was doing that?
That was me.
Why were you doing that? Were there marks on her face where you were holding her collar down?
No, I can't see that.
Why did you do that then?
I was taking a photo of her ear.
More discussion or conversation about putting Star in the corner for getting Frankie Smith's chocolate.
Your involvement with social services and housing officer. That's the one on August the 30th where you contacted social worker about your aunt. We won't go into that anymore.
Yes.
Then you sent the picture to the social worker.
Yes.
Then you sent the pictures of Star going up the stairs.
Yes.
You were talking to your aunt, weren't you, about the marks on Star's face?
Yes.
That's all you.
I believe that's me talking to her, yes.
Then we move on a little bit. We move now to September the 1st. Because can you see on that day a voicemail? The housing officer tried to contact you and it went to voicemail. Then shortly after, the housing officer sent a text. Hi Frankie, please can you give me a call when you're free? You knew they were trying to get in contact.
Yes.
September the 2nd. Report made to social services by Frankie Smith's granddad.
You were sending a WhatsApp message, photo of the steps to the social worker.
Yes.
Then what we've got is on September the 3rd, 6:08 p.m, you were in contact with social worker about what time they were coming because you had a doctor's appointment. Then there were Google searches, cut inside of lip, severe cut. What caused that?
I believe that was when Star fell.
Didn't you think your daughter deserved to be seen by a doctor?
Yes.
Housing officer trying to confirm a meeting with Frankie Smith the following morning. Frankie Smith was in Doncaster. Frankie Smith then made an excuse to not have the meeting.
You were putting the housing officer off, weren't you?
I don't believe...
Can we do another day? So you were putting them off, weren't you?
I didn't intend it in that way, no.
What were the personal things you had to do?
I'm not sure, I don't know.
More important than seeing the housing officer?
Must have been.
September the 4th, unannounced visit from social services. September the 7th, social services case closed. If you need further support, contact. They were telling you that there were people you could go to for further help.
Yes.
GP, doctors, you could go to.
Yes.